all you Final Fantasy XII fans who say that this is not just one of the top FFs of all time, but is in fact the best one, the best in the series, you owe me an apology. Not just me, but everyone else here in chat. Everyone who has watched these VODs is now dumber because of this game. May God have mercy on your souls. Everyone who has watched these VODs has less hope for the future of video games. And indeed, even their own lives. Alright? Okay? When you say that FF12 is the best one, how do you look yourselves in the mirror? How do you sleep at night, knowing that you've said such a disgraceful thing? Not just to Final Fantasy, alright? Not just to video games, but to Sakaguchi. How dare you disgrace that great man by saying that this is the best FF? Shocked. Shocked and appalled. Shocked and appalled, chat. Absolutely shocked and appalled. But it's all good, chat. It's all good. Because it's over. It's over. Final Fantasy XII, it's over. I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's over. It's over, chat. The game is over. We don't have to play it anymore. We don't have to stream it anymore. Oh, I'm so happy. We're free. We're free. We're free, finally. Oh God, I thought it would never end. Oh God. Oh, I'm so happy. That's it. We're free, chat. Now, we have known from experience that this is indeed the worst Final Fantasy. If not the worst, but a very strong contender for the worst. In my opinion, right now, in all honesty, this is the worst FF I've ever played. Alright, worst story, worst characters, worst gameplay, worst music, most boring world. The only thing that this has going for it is that it didn't ruin FF7. Alright? It didn't ruin FF7, but I think even FF7 Remake and Rebirth is better than this. Yes, I just said those words. Those words just came out of my mouth. I think that those are better games than this. I give this, ladies and gentlemen, after much careful consideration, I give Final Fantasy XII, are you ready for it? The final score, drum roll, 0 out of 10. I'm just kidding. I give it 0 out of 12. Even worse than a 0 out of 10. This is easily one of the worst games I have ever played in my entire life. This will go down in history as easily the bottom 5 games I've ever played. Maybe even the very bottom. Maybe even the worst ever. This was torture. This was pure pain. I'll respond to I'm going to respond to super chats, gifted subs in a second. I'm just going to finish saying this. This game was torture. This game was an interrogation technique. All right? Okay? If I wanted to find out where the WMDs were, all right, I would make them play FF12 until they beg for mercy. All right? That's how that was awful. Mystic Quest is better. Mystic Quest actually is better than this. All right? Mystic Quest is better. I just said that. Yeah. That's it. Shocking. That's it. I think he liked it, guys. When am I gonna replay this? Never. Never. I will never replay this ever again. This is it. This is it, chat. It's my first playthrough, and it's my last. Believe that. You could not pay me to play this game again. All right? You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. Ponto, you're crying? You know what, Ponto? I'm crying on the inside. I'm crying for the death of Final Fantasy, because it all started with this one. All right? FF12 got the MMO players into the single-player conversation, and the problem is, MMO players, you can't finish the game, because it's an MMO. And they bring the same mentality into the online debates. They never sleep, they live and breathe these debates, and that's it. The MMO brain people are like the Flood in Halo. Alright, they came in, and they just destroyed all the OG single-player fans and just got them out of the conversation. And that's it. And now you somehow have Famitsu giving this game a 40 out of 40. IGN giving this game a 9.5 on release. And then an 8.5 out of 10 on the remaster. It's just, it's madness. This game is a war crime. You ever wonder why aliens don't visit Earth? Alright? Because we made this game. That's why. There's plenty of intelligent aliens out there. They looked at human culture, and they're like, wait a minute. There is a gleam flock. Shall we contact these humans? It's like, yes, they're seemingly intelligent. Wait a minute. Famitsu gave Final Fantasy XII a 40 out of 40. But this game's clearly a 0 out of 40. IGN gave it a 9.5. Gosh, perhaps these humans are not so intelligent after all. We'll come back in about 10,000 years when they're a bit more civilized, a bit more advanced. And they flew away. That's it. That's why aliens won't contact us. Because of this game. Okay, that's it. This game is cosmically bad. Alright? H.P. Lovecraft, who invented Cthulhu, alright? And Azazog and Shaggoth, whatever the hell, these giant eldritch gods that would blow your brains out with intergalactic tentacles. H.P. Lovecraft would be terrified of this game. Alright. This game is shocking. And scene. That, ladies and gentlemen, is my review of FF12. I hope you enjoyed it. Worst Final Fantasy I've ever played. Let's, New Game Plus! Who would even think of doing such a thing? My God, no! My God, who would play this again? God almighty. Right. I'm just going to turn the volume up for myself, and I'm going to read these super chats and gifted subs. Just give me a sec, chat. Okay. Floppy chess balls, thank you for the 500 bits. Thank you very much. Doing this to yourself can't be healthy. It's not. Hope this helps cover the medical bills. I'm gonna need a psychiatrist after this game. Alright. 308 Caliber, thank you for the 10 gifted Subarus on Sebbywebz. Thank you. 308 Caliber, thank you. Guys, I'm sorry it took me so long to thank you for the super chats. It's been like 7 minutes and all that. I will get to all of you. The Ramen Noodles, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs on Sebbywebz. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Guys, thank you for gifting the subs and the super chats. Thank you. Grumpy Shoes, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for apologizing through a super chat. Trackstar, thank you for the $5. When am I going to start FF13? I need to troubleshoot it. So, can you hear me over here? Over this? I think the music's really loud to me, but it's not too loud to you. There you go. I need to get it working first. CJ, thank you for the $7 super chat. Bruh. Thank you. Beefcake, thank you for the $2. You think this is bad? You're gonna learn you play 13? I will find out. The thing is, what 13 can beat this at is that it's too long. Because you got 13, then you got 13-2, then you got Lightning Returns. Alright. It's even longer than Persona 5. From what I hear. Which is terrifying. It's terrifying. So, also, Jester Jaded, thank you for the $5 super chat. Congrats on beating 12 without pressing a single button. Rearranging gambits, getting your new party in, and changing targets and not pushing buttons. At no point did I have to use a mist other than on a gimmick boss. Didn't use summons Didn't manually do anything. Alright, I beat the entire game without pushing a single button. As a gamer, you're probably like 13 more. 13's interesting. 13 is worse than 12. Listen. Listen, you 12 Andes. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Everyone saw what happened on this stream. Everyone witnessed FF12. Alright, I'm sure 13 is going to be bad, but I bet you it's going to be more interesting. Alright? Bad is more interesting than boring. 13 is trash-ass garbage? Good. Good. Trash and garbage is more interesting than boring. It is. 13 is crazy Shiva design? It does. I have seen Shiva scissor me timbers, and then Troy Baker gets on top and rides around it. Hallway Fantasy is better than this dog shit. This is pure dog. This is pure dog shit. This is easily the worst FF I've ever played. This is easy. I'm trying to think. Are there any games I played that are worse than this? Let me actually really think. Also, KB Streams, thank you for the 500 bits. This is for the all not safe at work grunting. Oh my god. I'll tell you what, I might make some clips out of this. Let's have the... I have that. And also heaps of grunting during final scenes. Yeah, we need that. Alright. I suppose we can get that. The streams are fun, but oh my god. First time watching my streams? Timo, loving the takes. Keep lighting up the dark places. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Oh my god, I can't believe 12's out of my... I can't believe 12's done. I'm so happy. I'm so happy 12 is over. I'm so happy. God, this game. Holy shit. Let me think. Okay, what games have I played that are worse than this? Let me think. Honestly, nothing is coming to mind. Like... Like Dark Souls 2, I would say is like 12 times better than this. I don't know. E33. I'm actually struggling. Because I'm not talking about games I've heard of, like Superman 4. I hear that's really... Superman 64, I hear that's bad. But... games I've played that are worse than this. FF7 Remake and Rebirth, they ruined OGF. They're bad for a different reason. They've ruined the memory of FF7 and rewritten its history and poisoned the conversation around it. But in terms of pure games, you make it not FF... You take it on pure mechanics, it's got more interesting visuals, better combat than this, better music. Trying to think what else. Tekken 8? No, I've had more fun. No, Tekken 8's better than this. No, I'm not lying. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think what's worse than this. I'm cycling through the bad games I know. Because here's the thing. I played bad games but had more fun with them. If that makes any sense. This, oh god, this is pure torture. Wait till you play 13. You 12 Andes with your wait till you play 13, alright? Stop deflecting on the 13, alright? This is the worst. This is the worst. And I bet you I might enjoy 13 more than this. Devil May Cry 2? Ooh, yeah, that's supposed to be really bad. Yeah. I haven't played Sonic 06. Yeah. Smokin' Snake, thank you for the $2. Here's for the 6 years, and then many more ahead. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. 12 Andy's coping hard. Well, I noticed this. Notice how whenever I point out something that sucks in 12, 5 people hop out of the woodworks to say, well, 13's worse. It's been happening this entire stream. Don't think I haven't noticed it. Don't think other people haven't noticed it either. Don't think that we don't see it in the comments. Think of it this way, chat. The fact that there was a guy who made a YouTube video about how much I annoyed him, and I responded to him, you know, and I responded to comments as civilized as I could. The first replies are ripping on me for how I played FF12 on a video about FF7. All right, you 12 Andys, you came all the way to a hate video about me, about FF7, just to defend FF12, all right? You understand? You understand? That video had nothing to do with FF12. And you had to come all the way into a video that had nothing to do with that game and try and defend 12 over there. Yeah, that's committed, isn't it? That's committed. What do we have here? FF12 is a brown snake, FF13 is a taipan. Aussie Roth. Yeah, but brown snake will still kill you, like instantly. It's like the worst snake in the world. I annoy you about your FF12 hate, but you're still entertaining. Appreciate it. I'll tell you what, I do feel sorry for the people who love FF12 the most, who sat here and watched the entire thing. Look, you like what you like. And I can't imagine that was pleasant for you. East Blue. Yeah. Peanut. Yeah. Peanut fish. Sorry, different peanut. Beefcake, thank you for that $2 super chat. You're gonna be one of those 12 Andys when I beat 13? See, you see what I mean? You even used a super chat to try and put down 13 to big up 12. But thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm blown away, and this is why I have to play 13 as well. In order to settle this once and for all. It's funny, like FF6 and 7 are the 2 games you need to play because that is an eternal debate over which is the best FF. But then you have to play 12 and 13, so you can have an informed opinion on which is the worst. Do you understand? Like 12 and 13 are like the antimatter of 6 and 7. 12 and 13 are like the yin-yang of 6-7. Like, really think about that. Really think about that. The fact that the only defense of 12 is that 13 is worse is really telling. Do you understand? It's really telling. Trackstar, thank you for that $5 super chat. Have I played Horizon? Not really. Horizon doesn't grab me, but I like the world and the concept. Like, you know, techno dinosaurs, humanity loses its, goes back in time backwards technologically. Torius, thank you for the 100 bits. Ask the 12 Andys this. How is 12 the best FF you can play if you don't play it? Exactly. FF12 Andys. In fact, here's the funny thing. No one has played Final Fantasy XII. Not even the people who've played it. Because to play the game is to play it wrong. Bruce Lee wrote about the art of fighting without fighting. FF12 invented the art of playing without playing. Think about that, Kupo. So, the story of 3 is shit. Are you really trying to throw FF3 under the bus to big up 12? Come on, mate. I haven't even played it, but I just, it's like, it's not, that's not in the conversation. 13 is a more fair comparison because they're of the same era, close together. Are you gonna throw Mystic Quest under the bus as well? Are you gonna throw Final Fantasy Type 0 under the bus? Jester J, thank you about super chat. 13 and 13-2 are fine. 13-3 though is bad. Yeah, I hear Lightning Returns is really bad. Yeah, I hear it's really bad. So, all right. Let me think. Let me have a look at this. Hey! Hang on, let me Twitch out this. Hey Hey, have you heard of how trash FF7 is? You can slot sneak attack night of the round and the game plays itself. Why would you play anything other than that? You would be playing it wrong, obviously. Wow, Gillybean. You really proved me wrong there, didn't you? Superb argument. It would be right if it wasn't wrong. What do we have here? Keith, thank you for that gifted sub. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You tried. You tried. And you know what? I respect the try. I respect the try. Oh, God. That is bait? I think it's funny bait. It's funny. I've had people say that, like, oh, but surely, you know, how is FF 1 to 10 different? Because you can just spam, you know, attack every fight. It's like, no, you can't. That's not going to carry you for the whole game. Like, I can just set up my gambits and I can just sit down and go make a coffee and take a piss and the fight's done. It's different. It's just not the same. And you know it's not. And you know it's not. Everyone has their own opinions, that's true. But those people whose opinion is that FF12 is the best one in the series, their opinion is wrong. Objectively. Not subjectively. Factually. Scientifically. And I'm gonna take a scientific piss. I'll be right back. You reckon you're pretty tough, don't you? I would probably even have more fun streaming Bravely Default 2 than this game. Yeah. I just said that. Be right back. Alright. Fucking bark boys. The Bouncer is another Square game, it's pretty bad. The thing is, the Bouncer is over in like, what, like 3 hours? And the characters look cooler than they do in this. And they are cooler. Volt is cooler than every character in this game. Easily. Yeah. Yeah, but the Bouncer is supposed to be kind of ass. But its characters are better. They kind of look cooler. And it's a tech demo, E-Man. I agree with that. It's, yeah. The cope needed to think this game doesn't suck as wild, Drunken Lullabies. I mean, you're not wrong. This is final copes to C12. 12 times the cope needed for any other game. Yeah. You can do hunts AFK too, don't waste your time on it. Hang on, let me just fix my door up. Yeah. But no, chat, no. The FF12 Andes... The FF12 Andes said, Cloudshine, welcome in. The FF12 Andes said that the hunts are where the real game is. Alright? And we're gonna put that to the test, alright? We're gonna see if they were right, or if they were just buying time. Just stalling. Alright? We're gonna find out. These hunts had better be the greatest thing in the entire world, okay? Because that is what you have built them up to be. You FF12 Andes have built up these hunts. Eben, we will probably go to FF4 after a hunt or two. But you FF12 Andes have built up these hunts to be the best thing in the game. Period. Destroys the main story. Destroys everything. This entire game is all about the hunts. Alright? And we're gonna put that to the test. Now, where do I find them? Where do I go for them? Grave Calamity, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Play through New Game Plus? Oh god, I'm not doing that. Hunts aren't fun if you hate the core gameplay. No, but they assured me that even if you hate the core gameplay, you'll love the hunts anyway. They're that good. They're that damn good. Hunts are for people who enjoy the combat system. Don't do it. No, we'll do one. We'll do one. We'll do one. We'll do one. We'll do FF4, but I will do one hunt, alright? I was going to do Yazamat until someone explained that Yazamat can only be done after you have finished all of the hunts. All of the hunts. Then you can do Yazamat. Oh wait, hang on, let me fix the volume. There we go. Look, we can do one hunt. We can do one. We're not going to do... No, we'll do one. We'll do one, alright? That's it. We'll do one. We'll do one. We'll do one. Alright, chat. I know. We just have to do one. Have to do one. Alright, so how do I do a hunt? What do I do? Is this it? Isn't it just more boring combat? We'll do... No, but here's the thing. I'll tell you why I have to do a hunt, guys. I'll tell you why. Because if I don't, then FF12 Andes are going to cling to the fact that I didn't even do a single hunt for the rest of their lives. They're gonna say that they're gonna say he never actually really played the game. Okay? I'm doing this for the bigger picture. Okay? I need to do this just to annoy them. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is that they are annoyed as possible. The most important thing is that I annoy them. So, they moved the goalpost. Wait, they moved the goalpost, Grumpy? They now say it's only 3 hunts that are good? I'm not gonna do 3. I'm gonna do 1. I'm gonna do 1. I'm gonna do 1. Yeah. So, I'm gonna one-tap the early hunts. Can I just start a later hunt? Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. The board. Where's the fucking board? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hey, wait, hang on. You're telling me that I can't just jump to a later hunt? I have to start at like a level 1? Okay. So, Thexterra, I'm gonna run out to a random area and just one-shot this thing. And you're expecting me to one-shot 100 hunts until I can finally do a later one. Right, okay, let's have a look at Yazamat on YouTube. Let's have a look at this thing. FF12... Yazamat. Let's have a look. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I thought I could just jump to a later one. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's see, Yazamat. Let's see how strong you are. Let's have a look at this. This better be riveting. This better be amazing. So this is the moment of truth. Alright, this is the moment of truth. You beat like 99 hunts all the way to go fight this. Looks strong. Right. This. UFF12 Andes are telling me that I had to do 99 hunts all the way up until I can unlock this one and fight this. And then I will see how truly good the game is. Each pip is a full health bar. You think that's good game design? If the final boss of Elden Ring just had 500 health bars, would you think that's good? Or would you think this is just wasting your time? Why was this boss invented? So FF12 Andes could win internet arguments. It's for people who like the combat, Evan. Oh, it's too loud? Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. So you're telling me that I can't have an opinion on this game's combat until I've beaten 99 hunts and come all the way to this. See, this is why I like arguing with the modern Final Fantasy community. You never know what they're gonna say next. You never know what they're gonna say next. The thing is, even if I did that and still beat him anyway and said this game sucks, they'll say, fake fan tourist, you never played 12. That's what they'll just say. That's what they'll just say. Jester Jaded, you can cook dinner and still be fighting him? Riveting stuff. Thank you for that super chat. But yeah, Grumpy, you're right, they moved the goalpost. He gains moves with each life bar. Well, let's see. Let's see how this fight is after 15 minutes. Wow. Fantastic. All right, let's see how this fight is 75% of the way through. 3/4 of the way. Ooh, changing gambits mid-fight. Interesting. Had to press a button there. Even with 4 times speed and max level, and this person's clearly very good, this fight is still 36 minutes long at 4 times speed. This would have taken like 3 hours back in the day. Why does this boss have 50 million hit points? To waste your time. Alright, let's see it near the end. 4 to 6 hours. 5 hours for you back in the day. Truly peak combat, isn't it? I mean, what did people think back then? Longer equals better? That's what she said. She's right. Sorry, is that what people thought? The longer the fight, the better it is? It's like, I'm blown away. I'm blown away, I'm blown away! Oh, they're about to win. They're about to win. Here we go. Here we go. This fight took you 7 hours on PS2. We're on his last health bar. Old MMO logic. Longer fight equals better. Nearly at the end. Here we go. Ended it with a 10,000 gil toss? Nice. I like that. What do you get for this? Is that it? Is that it? Is that the death animation? Is that all you get? That thing should have, like, you know, it should have exploded in 15 different ways. Man, what? You get a badge, achievement, and bragging rights. You don't get anything. Absolute garbage. Wow, my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. FF12 Andes are trying to tell me that Yazamat, that's the real test of skill. That's where the game gets good. That's it. That was your trump card. You just made the game look even worse. You made it look even worse! My opinion of FF12 has gone even lower than it already was after watching that fight. Do you understand? Like, it was already at the bottom. My opinion has to drill through bedrock to go even lower than it previously was of that game. That is unbelievable. That is fucking... that is BS. That's rubbish. That is rubbish. You've been robbed of 5 hours of your life, Jester. That's all that's happened. It can be done entirely AFK. Well, you know what? Let's see what respected news outlets say about FF12. Let's see what the most respected publication in Japanese gaming says about this game. 40 out of 40 from Famitsu. Famitsu are the most prominent and respected Japanese video game publisher. IGN, 9.5 out of 10 on release in 2006. When it was remastered in 2017, 8.8 out of 10. Do you see why I don't take paid reviewers seriously anymore? Do you see why I don't take official reviews seriously in the absolute slightest? Do you see why it means nothing to me? I mean, player reviews are where it's at, and even then, even now, I'm starting to think that, like, in this day and age, I reckon a bunch of them can be fudged. Can't prove it, but, you know, I'm pretty damn cynical at this point. Also, Linger Sting, thank you for that $2 super chat. It's 50 hunts, not 100. Gilgamesh is better. It's 50 hunts, not 100. Gilgamesh is better. FF12 Andes, thank you for that super chat. I do have to ask FF12 Andes, how much do you want to keep digging this grave for yourselves? Like, I could stop right here, okay? I could stop. But you are forcing me to respond. We've moved, you can move the goalposts all you want, but reality is gonna have a different opinion from you. Let's go. Let's see. Thank you for that $2 super chat. I don't mean to be mean to you, Lingersting. But let's see. Let's see if Gilgamesh is better than Yazamat. Gilgamesh, you idiot!
Now we fight!
I mean, he looks cool. Torius, player reviews aren't fudge, they're selection bias. People don't like when the series stop playing and stop reviewing, leaving behind only ones who like to eat shit. Well, the thing is, Torius, I agree that, like, here's the thing. It's like with FF7 Rebirth, you know what I mean, or FF16. These have high Metacritic scores, but neither game could sell 5 million copies. The reason I say that is because Square announces... Hang on, let me turn this down. The reason I say that is because Square announces whenever it sells 5 million copies. It sold 5 million, it announced when it sold 5 million for Pixel Remaster and Octopath Traveler, and it announced again when those same game series sold 6 million. It hasn't made a 5 million announcement for Rebirth or for FF16. So those sales tell the other side of the story. It's hard to leave a bad review when you won't even buy the game. And that's kind of what happened. So...
Have I the furthest marches, east and west, and now my search brings me here, to you!
That's Bender.
Your weapons are forfeit to me!
That's John DiMaggio. Yeah. I mean, cool they got him to voice it. Doesn't change the fact that, like... Alright, okay, you know what? Hang on, and the music? Dun 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 dun. Yeah, this is classic FF music though, it's just remixed. It's not the same thing. There's no original music in 12 that's good.
I fought worse.
Alright, let's see this riveting fight. Jester, Gilgamesh sucks, but he's funny. No, I like Gilgamesh. I think Gilgamesh is cool. Thank you for that super chat. Right.
I fought worse.
They are knockoff main character weapons, aren't they? Yeah, he's got a shitbuster sword. See, this is an intriguing design for that reason. Combat's terrible, but I like that. Thank you, whoever pointed that out. Yeah. Okay. What do you got?
I fought worse.
Whose weapon is that? I should know this. I feel like I've seen that one before. He's got a Dragon Quest sword? That's funny. Yeah, he's got a gunblade as well. I like the shitbuster sword. That's kind of mad.
This sword I wield is no counterfeit. This sword I wield is no counterfeit.
This to me is more interesting than the Yazamat fight, but it's just because it's Gilgamesh. You know what I mean? This guy's from FF5 at the end of the day, and then later on 8. The combat is just... It's just dreadful. The music is good, yeah, but FF7 Remake has good music because it just remixed the soundtrack of FF7, the original one. This is just remixing the original one. This is not an original 12 song. I guess the one interesting thing about this fight, apart from being Gilgamesh and having classic music, is I want to see what sword does he pull out next? What's he got next? But let's see. Okay, so we do this fight. Okay, then it changes phase over here. Shut up, Clair Obscur. I'm playing a better game. Sorry, the music on.
How long I've waited.
You can just hear its Bender, it's amazing.
Gilgamesh fights again!
The remake project's OST is bad because of what it does to the OG soundtrack. That's true, but at least it's the same tune. You know what I mean? At least it's the same melodies. Personally, I enjoyed the remake's version of dun 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 dun. I thought that was okay. And but the thing is, these tunes are so good that it's almost impossible to fuck them up. I actually enjoy the music. I enjoy those two songs in the remake, you know. Alright, so we fight the dog. Alright, thank you. Let's get another cutscene. Look, chat, I know this is torture, but this is the only time we are ever looking at this. After this, we never look at any FF12 content ever again. Ever again. Remake were originals. Remake revisions were amazing, the originals were horse shit. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem. You're not, like, again, this is the whole, oh, you thought FF12 was great? Well, it was bad, well, FF13's worse. Okay, this is just, it's a weird defense to try and to rip on OG FF7 to big up FF7R. And I don't know if you're being serious about that, but there are people who actually do that. It's not a good plan. Alright, let's see, pulls out more swords. No one in 1997 thought that FF7's music sucked. You are wrong if you think that. To this day, it's still one of the best soundtracks ever made. Oh, okay, so she's doing that. Okay, here's the winning blow. Yay! Other FFs have some of my favorite songs, like FF8 has one of my favorite boss songs, same with FF4. Eben, you're gonna sit in the corner and live and let live as long as you don't attack each other. I agree, and guys, also, it's fine to disagree with each other. It's fine to disagree with me, as long as we be respectful of each other. FF9 is You're Not Alone. You're Not Alone's a really good song. Yeah. Man with a Machine Gun? That was the fight. Right, we've seen Yazamat and we've seen Gilgamesh. That was great. Right. Let's get the fuck out of FF12 forever. That was... God, that was pure torture.